Welcome to Field of View with Nerd Street Gamers, your weekly dose of gaming news. I'm Darf Mike, coming to you live from the dusty streets of Junkertown, and we've got an explosion of news to get through this week, so let's rip into it. Overwatch's Halloween Terror event lives once more. That's right, the Spookfest has returned, bringing back Junkenstein's Revenge for another year, along with 8 new character skins, including 5 new legendaries. The best of which is, of course, Winston's werewolf costume, asking the question that's been on all of our minds: how genetically similar do you need to be to a human to become a werewolf? Speaking of horrifying Halloween costumes, we've got a new costume coming to the Fall Guys game. They're continuing their trend of partnership with other video game franchises, this time working with Sega to bring their famous blue speedster to life in-game. That's right, for 5 crowns for the upper and 5 crowns for the lower, you can bring Sonic the Hedgehog to life in-game as a costume for your beam. Now, with how rotund and awkward this one looks, it's a little bit more shades of Sonic than the true Sonic himself, but much like in Sonic games, in Fall Guys, you gotta go fast. Apex Legends are introducing a new way to get started in their game. Called the Apex Legends Champions Edition, this is a one-time purchase of $39.99 that gets you all of their legends already released, all 8 of them, and a 9th legend, heretofore unseen, that'll be coming out in Season 7, as well as 7 legendary items, including some never-before-seen skins, both for your characters and for your guns. It also includes 1,000 Apex coins for you to spend at your discretion. Now, it may seem a bit silly to spend $40 on a free-to-play game, but it makes a lot of sense when you consider the games as a service model to introduce a way to immediately get players up to date. If you want to hop in and play with your friends who've been playing since launch, you can pay this one-time fee and be right there with them. All of the characters, some skins, some items, and you're right up to date with what's coming out next. On a much sadder note, Amazon have announced that they are canceling their game Crucible. The free-to-play shooter has been shelved and now completely shut down. And it's quite a sad thing, as the game hasn't been around for very long. It initially released back in May, before quickly being reshelved in June back into closed beta, and since then there wasn't much news coming out about that, and now we know why. Apparently it failed to garner the attention, the hype, and the player base that they were hoping for, but the game had some promise. It had an interesting cast of characters, it had some fun gameplay mechanics, it seemed like it had some interesting lore on an alien world, but we'll never know about that because it never got a chance to live. Fear not for the developers, they're apparently being moved to different Amazon Game Studios titles. There's an MMO that's been off delayed that should be coming out sometime in 2021, as well as some other projects here and there. But frankly, until we see a success story come out of Amazon Game Studios, until we see them actually manage to launch and run a game competently, we're gonna have to take any announcement or any project that's in the works with many, many grains of salt. Roblox has reportedly filed confidentially for a public offering of stock, valuing themselves at $8 billion. You didn't mishear me there, folks. $8 billion for Roblox, the game that your cousin plays on an iPad when they're supposed to be paying attention at dinner. That's a whole lot of Robux. This is the game where you can deliver pizzas, you can have a fashion show, you can apparently play Counter-Strike inside the gaming platform, but it's selling for $8 billion. That's insane. It feels like it wasn't that long ago that Mojang sold to Microsoft for $3 billion and everyone lost their minds, but that was Minecraft. This is wild. I can't wait for the headlines a few years from now that we're all going to have to read in the Financial Times along the lines of, and the US economy crashed today because of the bursting of the Roblox bubble. And we're all just going to have to take that stone-faced like it's not completely absurd. Well, that's it for us this week on Field of View with Nerd Street Gamers, your weekly dose of gaming news. Now, I need to go dump my life savings into Robux, and what's that noise?